What is up, all of you beautiful people? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today's video is just gonna be me because I posted on my Instagram like a few days ago that I wanted to do just a completely brutally honest pregnancy Q&A video. And that's exactly what this is going to be. And I don't want to waste any time. I want to go ahead and get right into it. Also, disclaimer for this video, pregnancy for me has been fairly easy, okay? I don't want this video to scare anyone. I don't think it's going to scare anyone. But sometimes when people are like, I'm just going to be completely honest about pregnancy, people can kind of get a little scared. And I don't want you to get scared, okay? So I'm just going to answer some questions that I thought were really juicy and really awesome over on my Instagram. So let's get right into it. So the first question is, do you think having a baby early in marriage will strain your relationship with your husband? I actually really don't. I think that there is a lot of things that actually bring you closer together as a couple. And I think for Taylor and I, a baby is going to do just that. You know, like obviously there's going to be ups and downs and there's going to be challenges. We have to figure out how to parent together. So that's huge. However, I truly do not believe that a child is going to come in between mine and Taylor's marriage. If you all don't know, we have very biblical beliefs on children and family and things like that. So the first and foremost thing that you're supposed to be focused on is God. The second thing you're supposed to be focused on is your spouse. And then thirdly comes children. And I think that where a lot of people get it wrong is that they put the children over the spouse. And I just know for a fact I'm not going to do that. I love my son. I love him with all of my heart. However, my husband will always come first. We're going to go on date nights together. We're going to hang out with each other. We're going to be intentional with each other. It was me and him before a baby came along, and it's going to be me and him once the baby moves out. So we're going to be making sure we're focused on one another in our relationship as well, and try to figure out how to parent with each other. This is a really good one. It says, thoughts on working out / special diets to keep the baby healthy and your body. Now, this is something that I wish I would have done completely different at the beginning of pregnancy. I wish I would have been eating healthy right from the start. I think it would have helped a lot with just hormones, because I'm telling you all, the biggest struggle that I have had with pregnancy is mood swings. And I know for some people it's like, what? That's the biggest thing that you've had? But these mood swings have caused me to second guess whether or not I even want to have a second child, because I don't like the person that I am when I'm pregnant. And I told my husband this too, and he's super understanding. He's like, babe, you're pregnant. It's hormones, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, babe, I get that. However, I don't like being mean. I really do not like being mean. I don't like being mean. I don't like crying randomly. I don't like being angry or easily irritated or frustrated. And I don't know, it just feels like for me personally, it just feels like I'm a completely different person. And that's been the biggest adjustment for me, because I'm always like, you don't know what's going to happen to people. You need to treat them with kindness. You need to treat them with respect. You need to love on your family and all that jazz. And I just feel like the pregnancy hormones have really put a wedge in that. And I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm like, I am so mean. And it's just hard for me. It's women struggle with different things during pregnancy. And for me, that has probably been the biggest struggle for me is the mood swings. I absolutely hate them. And I feel like a completely different person when I'm pregnant. What is a side effect that isn't talked about enough? I feel like I'm always learning something new or even scarier. Oh my gosh, don't be scared. Do not be scared at all. Something that I didn't realize or I didn't know what happened to me is that my kidneys have been working very oddly. Now, I had normal functioning kidneys before pregnancy. Also, things are going on in my neighborhood right now. But I had normal functioning kidneys before I got pregnant, and now my kidneys are kind of being overproductive, if that makes sense. Like normally, like when you go to the doctor and they take your urine, there's not supposed to be sugar in there. However, every time I go to the doctor, there's a ton of sugar in there. However, there's not any, like barely any sugar in my blood. And normally what your kidneys do is if there's too much sugar in your blood, then it comes out through your urine. My kidneys are doing the absolute opposite. So my kidneys are going ahead and depositing sugar through my urine, but it's not in my blood, which is just so weird. So that was a side effect. That was something I didn't realize would happen. It just causes your body to work in different ways. And I was like, that's new. And at first I was scared because I'm like a health, like nut type of person. And, so that was a big adjustment for me, and it was something that scared me at first, but they were like, just check your sugar and, you know, eat a lot of protein and eat low carb and you'll be fine, sis. And I was like, okay. How has your spiritual life been affected since getting pregnant? It has been absolutely amazing. I feel like becoming a mom has me just in the right mindset spiritually. I want to make sure that I am the best version of myself as I can possibly be before my son comes into the picture. I want to make sure I'm getting rid of any bad habits or anything that could possibly interfere with the way that I parent him or the way that I treat my husband throughout this process. Like, I just want to make sure that I am the best version of myself. And so through that, I am trying so hard to just dive even deeper and deeper and further into my relationship with the Lord. And I really do feel like it's been amazing. Like, Taylor and I have had so much breakthrough. Like, it's insane how much breakthrough that we've had since truly diving and getting closer to the Lord and realizing that, hey, we're going to be parents. So all those bad habits, all the laziness, all the procrastination, all that stuff, it's got to go. It's got to be out the door, because the Lord wants you to be the best version of yourself. And God is constantly sanctifying us. So it's been such a great spiritual process, to be completely honest with you. How do people prepare physically for pregnancy? Obviously, taking prenatals, to working out. I think that is something that is super important. It's something that has made me feel so good throughout this pregnancy, is constantly walking, constantly exercising. I'm really fortunate in the fact that my job, I get close to 10,000 steps a day. So that is absolutely fantastic. And I love it. I love that I get so many steps a day at my job. Yes, I think exercising has been fantastic. And then also, I think being mentally and emotionally prepared is super beneficial too. So I read books, and I'm still reading books. And I've been praying a lot, praying to the Lord that everything will be okay, that everything will go smoothly as planned. And that it's all in His hands. Like, it is all in the Lord's hands. I cannot do anything. This baby has to come out one way or another. So it's all in the Lord's hands, and everything is going to be okay. Do you think it's okay for Christians to choose to not have kids? I think that is absolutely okay. I think that sometimes people think that Christians believe that we just have to reproduce no matter what. And obviously the benefit of Christians reproducing is awesome. However, it's not a requirement. Like, it is not something that you have to do, right? Like, if it was something that you had to do, then Jesus would have done it. If it was something that you had to do, then there are lots of people in the Bible who would be, I guess, in sin because they never had kids. And it's just not something that is like, it's not biblically required. Obviously, the Bible encourages us to be fruitful and multiply. But if it's something that you don't desire to do, then why would anybody want to give kid or have kids and they don't desire children, right? There's too many people like that in the world right now, where they have kids and they don't want the kids. And that's how we have absent dads, absent moms, things like that. So yeah, I think it's perfectly okay for Christians to choose to not have children. Do we have a name picked out for him? Yes, we do have a name picked out for him. However, we are not mentioning it until he is born. I'm so excited about that too. I think you all are going to love his name. I love his name so much because it's a part of Taylor's testimony. So I'm excited. I am thoroughly excited. So that ends the questions, but I want to encourage any of you right now who are scared of pregnancy, scared of giving birth. There are a lot of ups and downs to pregnancy. It's just the way it is. The biggest adjustment that I had to get used to was my body changing, right? Because your body, it's gonna change, okay? Things are gonna get bigger. Spots are gonna appear out of nowhere. And it's an adjustment, especially for someone like me who has always struggled with my body image. Pregnancy has been something that has been so challenging for me in the sense of the way that my body looks. Now, again, there are some things that are just temporary. Some things will go away after you give birth. But if you're struggling with your body image now before you get pregnant, I'm telling you right now, pray. Pray to God and ask Him to give your heart exactly what it needs to be able to endure pregnancy and to see yourself as beautiful. Because it is true what people say, like, your body is developing a child. Like, that is beautiful and that is crazy. However, if you're not there yet, like mentally of I love my body, that is okay too. And I want to stress that to any woman out there. If you're not at a place in your pregnancy where you are like, I love my body, it's producing a child, that is okay. I always felt so bad for being that woman that was like, okay, yeah, my body's growing a baby, but it doesn't have to do this. So I want you all to just pray to the Lord and ask Him to change your heart, to have a view of yourself that is heavenly, that is positive, that is encouraging, and that is beautiful. Because again, that's been the biggest adjustment for me, aside from, you know, being hormonal and moody all the time. That's been the biggest adjustment for me is the body changing as well. Like, let's just be real. Let's just talk about it. So yeah, I want to encourage you all. Pregnancy is not a scary thing. There are major ups, there are major downs, and these major changes are going to affect each woman individually in different ways. Like, there are some women who have incredible back pain and they can't stand it. There's some women who are gaining weight and they can't stand it. There's some women who are carrying huge, they can't stand it. There's some women that have mood swings and they can't stand it. But not all of that affects every woman the same, right? Like, I've gained weight throughout this pregnancy, but that's not something that I'm focusing on. The biggest things for me are the mood swings and the body changes, especially the body changes. It's just, that's what's been, you know, affecting me. So we all struggle with different things, right, throughout pregnancy. But I just want you all to know that pregnancy really is a beautiful thing. And even though there are some things that I'm like, man, I don't know if I would have another kid because of this, it doesn't mean that I'm like, pregnancy is awful and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I think it's absolutely beautiful what is going on in my body right now. Like, seeing him move and stuff like that, it's just mind-blowing to me. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below, y'all. I love y'all so much. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and smash that big red subscribe button and turn on post bell notifications so that you get notified every time that we upload a video. It is date night for my husband and I tonight, and I'm so excited. He is taking me to, I think he said like an Irish pub or something like that, where they have like a bunch of like board games and stuff, or we bring our own board games. One of those two. Anyway, I love y'all so much, and I hope that you're having a great day today. It is a beautiful day, at least here. And yeah, I love y'all so much. Have an amazing day, night, evening, morning, wherever it is you are, and know that Jesus loves you. Bye.